Well, I finally did it. I told my boss and my coworkers that I am retiring this year and that I didn't have a specific date in mind, but that when I get my house sold, then I will be putting in my notice. And I wanted them to have as much, forenotice as possible so that we can plan and have a nice transition. But the relief of telling him that and getting that off my chest, because I felt like I was keeping this big secret, and really I just wanted to tell my guys, the guys that work for me, and I didn't think I could do that until I told my boss. It didn't seem right for them to have to keep a secret as well. So the cat is out of the bag, as they say, and I'm so happy. And I have made the step to put my house on the market, so it is officially listed and cleaned up and decluttered and show ready. And I've already had 5 showings so far, and it's a bit of a change to be living in a house that you're trying to sell, that you have to keep in a pristine condition. But I'm getting the hang of it, and it's a little challenging to have to run home and get my dog out of the house every time there's a showing. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that things are moving along, and this dream is becoming closer to reality. I wish it was like super simple to just say, fuck it all, I'm selling everything and I'm leaving the country. In reality, there are more steps to that. And of course, selling the house is not always a quick activity. It doesn't always happen on the timeline you'd like it to happen on. But I have to keep reminding myself that everything will happen in divine timing. Everything will happen the way it's supposed to happen, at the time it's supposed to happen. And I am thinking positive thoughts that I will get the most amount for my house. Having only been in the house for 2 years, I don't have a lot of wiggle room in terms of equity, but I think we'll be able to sell it for a little bit of a profit that will at least cover the expenses that I've put into getting it ready to sell, which aren't huge, but they're definitely thousands. And yeah, I just wanted to share that update. I began this journey late last year, where I made a clear decision that I was going to quit my job and move overseas and do slow travel and maybe live in Southeast Asia for a year. I'm still up in the air on some of the details of exactly where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do, but I know that making these steps is necessary for me to let go of the burden of a house and all of the expenses and maintenance and things that go with that, and to let things go. And that has been one of the hardest parts. Many times I feel like I haven't been moving fast enough, and then I have to stop and realize what an enormous change this is. And I know that if you've been thinking about a similar change, if you've been thinking about going ahead and retiring or quitting your job and traveling and just doing something that requires letting go, this is some of the hardest work, is letting go and realizing how much you have to grieve. And I've been going through a lot of grief in the last 4 years with actually losing people that were close to me, and those were losses that I didn't have a choice about. And now I'm choosing to let go of most of my possessions and my location security and my income security and all of the benefits that come from working for a corporation, and that stability of location and predictability of life, and then all of the creature comforts and all of the little dopamine hits that I've gotten from purchasing things, that now I have to stop and say, stop buying things. You're getting rid of things. Stop buying things. Realizing when I have made purchases based on convenience and impulse and this thought that it was going to make my life better. Mostly those thoughts have been planted in my brain from advertising, and learning to stop and think, okay, can I wait a week? Can I wait overnight? Can I just stop what I'm doing right now and move forward without this particular item and reconsider maybe tomorrow or the next day whether I really, really need this thing? 9 times out of 10, I don't need that thing. I can totally do what needs to be done without it. And yeah, so I think I'm rambling now. I was going to wrap this up in a neat little bow, but primarily the purpose of this video is to give you an update and to remain accountable to myself, to also to celebrate myself for all the little actions and steps that I've taken to get this far. It's still a long journey. I still have to sell the house. I need to figure out what I'm going to do after the house sells. I have to think about my dog and whether I'm going to have him travel with me, or if I'm going to have a friend watch him for a period of time. Am I going to spend a few months in the van in the US, or am I going to try to head overseas early on? I do have a commitment here in town that my son is getting married in November, so I'm hesitant to make any big moves out of the country until after that point in time. With the effort and expense of getting halfway across the world to turn around and come back for a couple of weeks and then turn around and do it again seems, I don't know. I just really, really want to make sure that I'm here for his wedding. That's very, very important to me. And in a way, it also delays my need to make a big decision. So I have a vision of doing the van life thing for a few months up until that point in time. Of course, I don't have any idea when the house is going to sell. If the house sells in the next month or two, then that's going to give me a few months of time before November. But if the house doesn't sell until almost November, then it'll be an easy decision in terms of just packing it up and figuring out where I'm going to go overseas, which will probably be Thailand, at least to start. And I have been getting caught in a little bit of analysis paralysis because it's a huge, gigantic world out there. And I'm thinking, well, what if Thailand's not the best place to go? What if I haven't really explored Europe? What am I missing out on? I should really explore the rest of the world as well. But face it, I'm never going to see the entire world. And if I tried to do that, I think it would be moving too fast for what I want to do. So I would like to do like really slow travel. I would like to spend a year, half a year in one relatively same location. Like Thailand, I just found out, is smaller than the state of Texas. I thought it was much bigger than that. But even with that, there's a lot of places in Thailand that have different climates, different, food, different cultures, relatively. So there's a lot to explore just in Thailand. And of course, there is the rest of Southeast Asia. And there's Japan and places that I really would like to go. So I think I'm just going to stop being wishy-washy about where do I want to go. Because I've been telling myself for the last 8 years that I want to go move to Thailand for a year. Maybe I don't. Once I get there, maybe I'll realize that that's not what I want to do. But if I don't do it, I'll never know. I think the whole wishy-washiness is just another way of delaying, allowing self-doubt to creep in, and because fear, because reasons, and that makes sense. I mean, this is a big deal. This is scary. It's a huge change. And I have to keep reminding myself that if it was the wrong decision, then I can just make another decision. If I hate it, I can come back to the United States. I can come back home. I can rent an apartment. I can go back to work. It's the worst thing that can happen. I could die, but if I'm gonna die, I'd much rather have taken the chance to do the thing I always said I wanted to do before I die, which is where all of this started, which is the people that I've loved that did not get a chance to do the things that they wanted to do because they died too early before they got a chance. And we're not going to let that happen. This is what this is all about. This is all about living my life while I still have the chance. Whether that be 25 years, 25 months, none of us know. And I just hope to inspire myself and inspire other people to take a chance and jump over the fear and stop putting it off. Stop waiting to be happy. Stop waiting to take your adventures. Stop waiting until the time is perfect. Just live your life. Do what you want to do. If you're not hurting anybody, just do it. If you have the chance and you don't take it, you always regret it. So it's your life. Make it fabulous and do the thing.